everybody can hear me. I'm going to speak very loud so people in the back can hear me. I have about 15 minutes, and there's a lot to cover, so I'm going to go very quickly. So if you have questions, please save them for the very end. So we're going to go over several things. I'm going to give you several dates of events coming up that will prepare you for the career fair as well. So a little bit about who I am. Like she said, my name is Mallory Safely. I grew up in a small town in Mississippi, and I am the oldest of 4 brothers and 3 sisters, so I come from a very large family. I graduated from the University of Southern Mississippi with a bachelor's degree in deaf education. Yes, I know sign language. I earned my master's degree in higher ed administration in 2014 while I was working full-time at another college. I'm married to Justin Safely, who is the minister to youth at First Baptist here in Dalton, and that's what brought us here to Dalton. Is the Lord called us and we came. So yes, I'm a pastor's wife. I'm the mother to Hannah, who turned 5 today, y'all. Her birthday's today. She's 5. I know, my baby's growing up. And then my youngest is Brooklyn, and she is 2. I love to travel and sing. I like to do crafts, all kinds of fun stuff. Hopefully some of y'all can relate. And I once danced to the YMCA with Ray Romano. I thought that was a pretty cool little fun fact. Does anyone know who Ray Romano is? Yeah? Yeah. And I was told I was beautiful by Delta Burke. Does anybody know who Delta Burke is? It's probably way before y'all's time. Okay, she was on Designing Women. Anyway. So, moving on, we're going to go right into it. So, if you're coming to a job fair or a career fair, the main goal is hopefully to get a job or at least an interview from the career fair. So, one of the things you want to know what happens at a career fair. So, basically, it's a large room. There's booths or tables everywhere with employers. Typically, it's recruiters or hiring managers. Sometimes it's a small business, and sometimes it's large businesses. But they're looking to ask you questions, and we want you to ask questions back, leave your resume, things like that. How can you find a career fair? You can Google it. I mean, we have one here coming up, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. But you can Google your area, especially in Atlanta, Georgia. Chattanooga probably has some too. So if you're looking for a career fair, just Google it. You should be able to find it. Our career fair, yay! It is Thursday, March 21st from 1 to 4. You don't have to be there the whole time. Just come anytime between 1 and 4. It'll be at the Dalton Convention Center because we do not have a space on campus, unfortunately, to hold all the employers that will be in attendance as well as the amount of students that I hope will be in attendance there as well. But all attendees will receive a free leather Dalton State portfolio, courtesy of me. So please attend. You'll get a nice, beautiful portfolio to take with you when you do go on job interviews in the future. Make sure to bring copies of your resume and dress professionally. Okay, so is there a fee to get into the career fair? No, and typically most career fairs are absolutely free. Will you get a job offer at the fair? Probably not. The main goal at the career fair is to get an interview. So you want to make that good impression, talk to the recruiter, talk to the hiring manager, and hopefully end up getting a real formal interview from the job fair. I'm going to walk you through the process. Okay, before the career fair. Got my notes here. Okay. It's good to register for the career fair. You can go ahead and register for the Dalton State Career Fair through Purple Briefcase. Is everybody familiar with Purple Briefcase? Oh, I'm getting on a nose. Okay. Purple Briefcase is the Dalton State online job board. It is where employers, when they contact me and they want to post jobs for our students, whether it's full-time, part-time internships, it goes on to Purple Briefcase. That's where you can find it. You can log on, create an account. It's very similar to LinkedIn. It's like a professional profile where you would upload your resume. I can view your resume. Employers can view your resume. This is a place where you can network with other students and hopefully employers. And you can search for jobs as well as employers search for you. Okay. Research the employers. It's very important. I put up a list. I update the list every Monday of employers that have already registered to attend our career fair, and you can find that on the Dean of Students webpage on the Dalton State website. So if you go to Dean of Students and then click on Career and Professional Development, I update it every Monday. So you can go ahead and see which employers are registered to attend. And then you can hopefully see the ones that you're possibly interested in and do a little bit of research. It's good for you to not go up there and talk to someone at their table or booth and be like, and what do you do? What does your company do? That's just not a good first impression. Research your employers. Know the skills needed to do the job. So if you know what you want to do, if it's marketing or a business or entrepreneurship, whatever your niche is, it's important for you to know at least 3 of the main skills needed to do that job. And you can Google that. I'm sure you studied that. Know at least 3 to 5 skills because you're going to want to highlight those skills when you're talking to these people. Update and polish your resume. Hopefully everyone already has a resume, and you want to keep it updated as you do more things, whether it's on campus or off campus. You also want to keep it polished to make sure that you're drawing attention to the right things that they're looking for. So nuts and bolts of a resume, and I think Dr. Helms is going to be talking about this after me. You want to make sure to include your contact information at the top, name, phone number, mailing address, email address. That's all you need. Your education. And I know you're pursuing your degree right now, but go ahead and put on there bachelor's or associates, whatever you're pursuing, and put your anticipated graduation date on there. You can also list any honors that you have, your high GPA, dean's list, things like that under education. Your work history. Make sure to put on there jobs that you have had or internships that you have had that highlight the skills needed for the job you're applying for. And I tell students this all the time, even if you're working at McDonald's, you can still list that as a job on your resume if you have learned skills that are needed for the job you're applying for. So maybe not, I cleaned the toilets, but you had customer service experience. You want to highlight that skill rather than the toilet cleaning skill. Does that make sense? Skills and ability. This would be softwares or machines or equipment or things like that that you are familiar with. You want to highlight those particular skills and abilities. And then any volunteer or campus, any community involvement that you have also shows your willingness to go even beyond what's necessary as a student or whatever, that you were super involved in leadership aspects in the community and on campus. That means even if you were just a member, it doesn't have to be an office, if you didn't hold office, that's okay. If you were a member of a club, that's bonus. Put it on your resume. Okay. I'm holding a resume workshop before the career fair on March 19th. I'm doing 2 different sessions. So I'm doing a morning session from 10 to 11 and an afternoon session from 2 to 3. It'll be in the Eddie Miller Room in the Pope Student Center. And I'm going to go over basics and formatting and things like that. I would encourage you and your friends to attend if you want to get a little bit of brush up on your resume before the career fair. This is the week of the career fair. So it'll be career week. I've got lots of events going on during career week. So March 19th. Okay. You can also come and see me. We can talk one-on-one and be more specific about your resume. You can book an appointment at this bit.ly address. I made it short. So if you want to take a picture of it or write it down real fast, I would love for you to come see me one-on-one, and we can brush up your resume and make you stick out among the crowd. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So next, create a career portfolio. This would be something like if you have examples of some of the work that you've done that would be impressive to these people at the career fair, show your skills. Things like drawings, photographs, designs, presentations, reports, all this kind of stuff that you might have had either in an internship or in school. You can put that in your career portfolio. You can put a summary of your accomplishments. You can put a list of awards and honors. You can list classes that you've taken, trainings, workshops that might interest that employer. And any photocopies of licenses or certifications or credentials that you may have. That would be what a career portfolio would include. Dress for success. Hopefully we all know what that is already. If not, then come see me because we have a career closet on campus that is absolutely free to Dalton State students and alumni. You can come and pick out a free outfit at any time, men, women. We have suits, dresses, blouses, button-ups, ties, belts, shoes. We got it all. And it's all gently used donations or brand new donations from our community and campus faculty and staff. So that is available. Come see me in the Dean of Students office, and I'll happily take you down there, and you can shop, pick out what you want, and keep it. Don't bring it back to me. I don't want it. And I'm also, during Career Week, having a professional wear fashion show, plus hair and makeup. I'm having some professional cosmetologists come in and do a brief demo on how to wear your hair and makeup, and this also means for guys too. We'll talk about hair and facial hair for job interviews, business meetings, and other events in which you need to look professional. And we'll have students model professional wear and I'll talk about each piece as they come out. If you would like to be a student model, you can email me. I need student models for this fashion show. It will be on March 20th in the Pope Student Center in the cafeteria on the stage from 11 to 12:30. So please email me if you would like to be a model. Okay, next is practice your handshake. Everybody, I hope everyone knows how to do this, but engage the full hand. This means palm to palm, okay? You want to grip firmly, but do not crush the other person. And you want to make sure that you look them in the eye and smile. Give 2 to 3 pumps. Lego. Okay, practice your handshake. None of this puppet stuff. I don't know. Okay, prepare your sales pitch. Okay, this is typically a short speech of like a sound bite explaining who you are. You want to give your name, mention your major or your profession, explain any experience or skills, tell them what your goals are. It needs to be about 15 seconds long. Also, Career Week. I am having handshakes for a cupcake, okay? You can come by on March 18th between 10 and 12, and me and several other professional people, I think Dr. Helms will be there, are going to help you with your elevator speech, your sales pitch, your handshake. We're going to help you create that so that you are ready to go, and when you're done, you get a cupcake. That is March 18th, 10 to 12. Okay, next, make sure that you're ready for any questions that the recruiters might ask you. There are some tips on how to answer some of the questions that you're going to get asked. I wonder if I wrote those questions down. I did. Okay, so they might ask you, can you tell me a little bit about yourself? Okay, this is where you'll use your sales pitch. Okay, tell me about your skills. Why did you decide to become a blah or major in blah? What do you know about our company? Why do you want to work for us? What motivates you to do a good job? Tell me about your proudest accomplishment. What are your career goals? These are questions that you might get asked at a career fair. So be ready to answer these questions. Okay? And always have a few questions of your own. This is where that research on the employers comes in. Make sure that you have at least 2 or 3 questions to ask them as well. You could say, could you describe the ideal person for this job? Or how soon do you plan to fill this position? What kind of training could I expect? You know, there's lots of questions. Just have questions ready for them as well. Here are a few questions not to ask. Not to ask. What is the pay range for this position? Don't ever ask about money. Especially not at a career fair. You'll get that will come later, either during the interview process or right after. What about benefits and vacation time? Don't ask about that. Again, that will come after you're offered the position. Can you tell me about your company? Hopefully you've done your research. Don't ask them to tell you about their company. Okay, at the career fair, arrive early. I will have a map of the booths, so when you check in, I will give you a map so you can kind of see where certain employers are located, and you can go to that area. Make sure you develop your game plan. Know what time you're going to be there, know which ones you want to tackle first, and just be ready to give your sales pitch. Give yourself a pep talk before you go in, because confidence exudes, and they're going to know, they're going to feel your confidence. So they wouldn't be there if they weren't hiring. So they need you as much as you need to talk to them. Okay, so give yourself a pep talk. Start talking and start wowing. Make sure when you spend that time with the recruiter that you're giving them exactly what they want to know. Let them know your skills, what you're interested in. Let them know that you are interested in that position if you are. And then give them your resume, of course. End with a request. This basically you're wanting to know if you can have a face-to-face job interview. Okay? You can always ask for that. They will give you their business card typically and give you some directions on kind of what the next step is or how to go about checking back with them or applying online. Whatever they tell you to do, just follow along. And make a good impression. Make sure you shake their hand at the end, look them in the eye, smile, be courteous as you leave. And network with other job hunters. You'll have these people, hopefully, also at the job fair, and hopefully lots of other Dalton State students. It's good to network with your fellow classmates and other job hunters because when you build those relationships, if they find out about a job that you would be perfect for, they're more likely to tell you about it if you just start a friendly conversation with them. That's all you got to do. You can exchange phone numbers, business cards, resumes, whatever. Network with others. Okay, after the job fair, I'm going as fast as I can, sorry. Make sure you thank the recruiters that you met. You can send a gentle email thanking them and following up with them about the next step in that particular job you're interested in. Write to everyone else. If you spent a lot of time with one particular or two particular recruiters and did not have enough time to go to some others that you wanted to go to, but you grabbed their business card, hopefully, follow up with them, write them a letter telling them that you are interested in working for their company too, and the interested, position, and make sure you touch base with them at least through email. Keep your applications in motion. That's important. Persistence does pay. You don't want to be annoyingly persistent. You want to be gently persistent because, as my grandmother always says, the squeaky wheel always gets the oil. And that is true. They're more likely to remember you if you are gently emailing them every so often. I'm not talking about every day, but, every so many weeks to follow up, letting them know you have submitted an application, that you can attach your resume again to the email to make sure that they have your most updated resume, that sort of thing. Okay, so here's a recap. 10 easy steps. Walk up to the table, make eye contact, say hello and smile. Offer your handshake and introduce yourself. Ask about the career opportunities. Deliver your sales pitch. Answer any questions that they have, and you follow up with yours. Tell the recruiter that you would like to apply for the job and want to know what you need to do. Offer the recruiter a copy of your resume. Ask how to schedule an interview. Ask them for their business card. Thank them, smile, shake their hand, and move on to the next booth. In a nutshell, that's how you do a career fair. Any questions? I went really fast. Yes, the shuttle will be available. So I know that it's not on campus and it's hard for students to make the effort to get over there. So you can either drive over to the convention center or the shuttle can pick you up right in front of Westcott or behind the Pope Student Center. So please take the shuttle if you need it. If not, please drive yourself. Love for you to be there. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email address is right there. Yes, sir. Well, let me be honest with you. What's your name? Bailey. Let me be honest with you, Bailey. I don't know. I've only been working here since October. So I haven't this will be my first career fair here. So I think I did look it up to see how many came last spring, and I think she had around 23. However, I've already started recruiting employers, and I started on January 2nd, and today's the 16th, and I'm up to 18 employers. So I still got a long time. My goal is to get 40-something. That's my goal. If I get more than that, yay, but 40-something is my goal compared to what I saw with the person that was doing this job last year. But like I said, the list is on the website. So you can check it on the Career and Professional Development website each week if you want to see who all has registered to attend. So I keep it updated. Every Monday I update it. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Or an internship, or I mean, you can ask for a part-time job, or if they're, even an internship is given at job fairs. So don't be hesitant to say, I've still got a year left or a year and a half left, but I am looking for an internship. Would you be willing to take on an intern? So that would definitely be good if you're not quite looking for that full-time position yet. First. Yep. March 21st. All right. I'm done. Oh, no, I'll stay. Yes, I'm going to stay. You can flip it over to the other thing.
We have your microphone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys, I've given a couple. Raise your hand if you're talking. All right, I've given a couple of you a powerful red pen. I have asked Professor Young, Miss Safely, and Miss Calabretta to stay with you too and walk around. But I'm going to edit a resume. And Ben Ravney, thank you in advance. You did volunteer, right? Yes? Yes. Okay. Can you see? Uh-oh, we got to get Elmo hooked up. So if you guys would kind of lean over, you're going to edit each other's just a little bit. We got to get these right. And now, why do we have to be so meticulous on this resume? Because that's all an employer sees about you. If you've got typos, what are they going to think? You can't spell. You can't read, right? You don't know what you're talking about. So find your resume. It was on a second ago. Okay. What's not on?
It looks like it's turned off.
It's on, baby. Status message.
If we can get it, okay, let's get it back to this screen and then just hit
Okay.
laptop and see what happens.
All right, do that.
We can at least get it back to this,
Okay.
then we should be able to switch it back there. Okay, now, that's all I did was switch it from laptop to PC when I started my presentation.
So these are not fixing it. Okay, the woman was in here before. All right, we need a little tech support. You need to scan in. I need a little tech support. Don't all get up at once. Ah, it's a miracle. Tech support. There you go. Okay, the dream team's going to come around to different rows and help you. But let's look at Ben's resume. Okay, one of the first things Ben lacks is an inside address here. So your resume should look like letterhead. So right up here at the top, Ben needs to put his name, address, I can't spell, email, and phone number, okay? And you probably want to make that bold at the top of the letter. Yeah, at least your name bold. There you go. Now, a proper business, hey guys, listen, a proper business letter has 4 spaces here. So you're hitting enter twice between the date. Now, Ben's is too long. Somebody's going to go into a trance reading this long of a letter. All they want to know is, who are you and what job are you applying for, so I can throw it in the right stack and put it later. So please edit your own resume or your friends. Guys, you want to go in the audience too and help them as they're looking at theirs? Courtney, where'd you go? Oh, you go help them. Go help them. Ladies, help them. Okay, so now you're going to have, once you get your mock interviewer, you're going to have somebody's exact name. Ben's addressed this already to a professor, a golf professional, and an address. Okay, he's got this perfect. This is 2 spaces. But look, guys, this isn't a comma here. This is a colon. Dear Mr. Carruthers. Now, if some of you have got to whom it may concern, they've invented the internet. You can find somebody's name. You'll be given a name for your mock interview. Dear Mr. Jones, dear Dr. Helms, dear Mrs. Smith, okay? You're going to put an exact name, but that's a colon, not a comma. Be sure you grab that, okay? Okay, my name is Ben Rebney. Guess what? They already know Ben's name. It's at the top of his letterhead. I'm eager to apply. Well, he is applying. He needs to use the active voice. Okay, so let's start with your head professional position at, we know the name, don't we? Whitewater? Whitewater is an exact, we're going to delete all this, is an exact fit for my education, skills, and interest. Okay, so what if Professor Connor emailed you a job opportunity? You might say, the Assistant Dean of the Wright School of Business, Professor Connor, asked me to apply for this position. Tell how you found out about it. I saw your ad in the Dalton Daily Citizen. Next sentence, this is an exact fit for my education. First of all, we're putting a little push in there that you're educated, my interest, my abilities, whatever. I know this is a fit. That's why I applied. Here's how I found out about it. That is all you're telling them in the first paragraph, because they're in an HR department. They're going, oh, this is Ben. He's applying for this position. Let me put it in that pile. Does he have the minimum qualifications? Okay. I'm thoroughly impressed with the whole facility, represent the course. I'm on the verge of graduating. Okay. So we're gonna, sorry, Ben. Ben agreed to this, right? Okay. Now, Ben, you didn't tell him anywhere that your resume was enclosed, did you? Ben didn't tell him his resume was enclosed, and he starts every sentence with I. Well, it's hard to talk about yourself without starting every sentence with I, but what you ought to do is subordinate that clause. So let's say this next sentence, we're going to start it as shown on the enclosed, or you can say attached, however you do that, resume, comma, now we're going to pick right up, I graduate with my bachelor's degree in business management from Dalton State College, spell that out, in May of 2020, okay? Now, look what Ben says. He's hoping to utilize his skills. Guess what? Nobody cares what Ben wants. I care, Ben. I care. I love you. Nobody cares what Ben wants. What we care is what you can do for them. What can Ben do for the golf course? That's what we've got to tell them. So, let's just dump this. Okay. Now, okay, let's start this sentence. We're going to subordinate. Let's say, previously, I have worked as head outdoor staff at Council Fire Golf Club for 5 years. Okay, we didn't start that with I, but we've told what he does. They can connect the dots. He's experienced. In my previous line of work, I get rid of some extra words. I learned to direct operations and effective communication techniques. Let's don't say furthermore. It seems a little trite. Let's say, in addition, see, I'm subordinating the I. I'm on the golf team at Dalton State College. I am on the Dalton State College team. Let's don't tell how long. They'll see that on the resume. Let's say, where I work effectively with groups. We know it's people, okay? Without jeopardizing, just some extra words. In addition, comma, I am skilled with technology, both Mac and PC, and possess the social media skills needed to advertise and promote. Don't say the company, let's say Whitewater again. You know where you're going to be working. Whitewater, period. Okay, hope my interest was well received. Thank you for taking the time, blah, blah, blah. Okay, the last sentence ought to be, I look forward, or something like this, to talking with you soon, or talking about my fit. Then we got 2 spaces, sincerely, 4 spaces. Now, how Ben made that is he took a blue pen. Hopefully you've taken a blue pen on a clean white piece of paper, signed your name, you've scanned it, emailed it to yourself. You can also use the phone trick and take it, make a JPEG, and you're going to block it in that resume. He signed his name down there. We're going to go 2 spaces down and put enclosure resume. We're going to save the resume as a PDF so nobody can mess with it, because it looks like a real signature. Black looks like you made a copy of it. Blue looks closest to he actually did sign this letter. Yeah, so a blue pen will show up very nicely. All right, questions on the letter. Did I butcher Ben's letter? Yeah, but it was too long. Here's what we're going to say. Dear Mr. Carruthers, your position at Whitewater Golf as a head golfer is an exact fit for my skills and abilities. It's shown on the enclosed resume. I'll graduate from Dalton State College with my Bachelor's of Business Administration degree in management in spring of 2020. In addition to working at Council Fire, I've been on Dalton State's golf team where I learned to work with others. I have good computer skills, would be an asset to your social media. That's second paragraph. Third paragraph, please contact me to further discuss my fit for your position. Sincerely, Ben Rebney, space, enclosure resume. So 3 quick paragraphs. How'd you find out about me? Who the heck are you? Why are you a good fit? I'm a student, as shown on the enclosed resume. So you've led them to look for some key things on the resume. And he got in there that he's got a bachelor's degree, or he almost does. So that puts him in a pile for a different position than he might get otherwise. So not a lot of stuff. If you have anything in this resume that tells how this would benefit you, how this would add to your skills, how this would increase your knowledge, please cross through it now. It's all about what you can do for them. I'm sorry, it's a game, and we're going to play it right, and we're going to get you a really good job when you get out of here. That's the goal, okay? All right, ready to look at the resume? What other questions? Look now for just a second at your cover letter. Have you got any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, after you interview.